I came to Australia now around 20 years ago for a short-term assignment, and looks like that assignment is never ending. So we will build a community of leaders who are working with AI and future technologies to build a meaningful future for next generations. So to me, I keep going between platform and more my purpose and vision. So platform is just a means to the purpose, right? To me, my vision is to build that ecosystem and community where we build future leaders and thriving future for organizations and individuals. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay. And it is one of my favorite as well. And it is becoming our hero feature based on the demo feedback which we are getting from the market listening. Yeah. And it is our AI mentor Saftar and digital twin marketplace within the organization. We are not building anything new. We are building things differently, right? Mentoring, career development, they are not new. They have been with like for ages, these platforms have been there, right? What we are doing is we are doing it differently. We are bringing all different siloed, fragmented things in markets such as an organization may have a one HR platform such as Workday or SuccessFactors. They may have a learning platform to track separately. They may have a mentoring platform. They may have a performance management platform, multiple platforms. What we are doing is we are bringing all them together. But
Why do so many career initiatives and companies don't bring the value they were supposed to? How can we better empower employees to take ownership of their careers and development? And how can we help every employee with the right mentor to supercharge their career? Welcome to another Employee Experience Labs podcast from the Munich Podcast studios. Employee Experience podcasts are about HR technology, employee experience, shared services, and other interesting topics around HR at the workplace. Today's episode is an addition to our Startup and AI series we are running, and we continue in the talent space, but this time with a different angle. Not talent acquisition, but talent management, specifically career growth and development. I had the pleasure to talk to Parmod Ghatwal, one of the founders of CareerSuite.ai, about their product and how it can supercharge careers. When Parmod and I first started talking, I was excited by his passion for career growth and democratization of development. I could feel it in his voice. But then, he also showed me a very exciting functionality that makes CareerSuite.ai special. I won't get into the details here, but be ready to be blown away. I just say, how do mentoring and digital twins get together? Before I say more, listen for yourself. Parmod from CareerSuite.ai. Hello, Parmod. Good morning. Well, good morning on my side, good evening on your side. You're my first guest from Down Under, and I'm so excited to have you today to talk about a really exciting topic in the space of HR and AI. How are you?
hey, Volker, I am really excited and honored to be part of your first Down Under podcast. Yep. And very good morning to you. And thanks for doing this early in the morning for me. And happy Friday. Really looking forward
No,
to this podcast.
happy Friday to you.
Yeah.
Welcome and yeah, good evening. Thank you for doing this into your weekend, right? Parmod, as I said, I'm really excited because of what you have as a topic today and what we are talking about. But before going there, maybe we start with a bit of an introduction
Yep.
about yourself. Parmod, who is Parmod Ghatwal? What is your background? What are you doing? And what is it that you started?
Yep. No, thanks, Volker. Thanks for the opportunity. Oh, yeah. Interesting, right? Sometimes the easiest questions are the most difficult one to answer, right? Because explaining about yourself,
Yes.
right? So yeah, so I'm Parmod Ghatwal. I'm currently based in Melbourne, Australia. So I come from a small village near Delhi, India. That's my background.
Mm.
I completed my engineering degree from Delhi University in India. I came to Australia now around 20 years ago for a short-term assignment, and looks like that assignment is never ending. So
Very short.
it's a
Very
very short.
short.
So yeah, so just me like very high level, but in general, I think I consider myself as a builder. So I like building things. I like making things right. I am more a connector. I like connecting with people. I going to
Yeah.
community, talk to them. Right. I'm really passionate about how we empower people and look at the growth. Coming from a background which was very rural, regional in India, to a
Hmm.
urban in India as part of my job, then coming to Australia, in Australia, then working in different companies, organizations, and interacting with people almost from 30, 40 different countries. So that
Hmm.
has really given me a wide perspective about what it really means to be part of a global sort of a corporates and the world, right? So
Yeah.
for me, that's
Yeah.
really uh, insight, exciting and insightful. So I think
Yeah.
that's where my keen interest about observing people and say, guys, what drives human potential? Because
Yeah.
different culture, different backgrounds, people have a different sort of a approach, right? And you see every area have a different sort of a principles, ethics, morals, right? And all they fascinate people sometimes when you approach, right? It's from a
Yeah.
Europe to India to Australia to US. They all have a lot to learn. Right? It's about how do we complement it? They're all complementary to each other, right? To me, I think that's where. But before being part of CareerSuite.ai, I have spent around 20 years in the industry where I have been part of big transformation initiatives. I have been
Hmm.
part of building global delivery centers in India. I have been part
Hmm.
of building large scale commercial deals and partnerships. So have seen a lot of transformation, a lot of sort of delivery centers, and all that always led me to that success is dependent on people who are part of those programs. It's not about platform. It's not about what you are building. It's about with whom you are building. People makes the difference. So I think to me, that's where the whole thing about people, how they make difference, right, started. And then there were some examples where I saw, no, some people are somehow struggling. They started with a really good potential, but somehow, somewhere, the challenges of life come through and they struggle, right? And
Yes.
to me, I have been good friend with them, and number of times I have personally faced similar challenges. So I've been
Yeah.
very lucky and privileged to have a good mentors, good guides, right, within my professional and personal life. But
Hmm.
others are not so much privileged and lucky, right? So to me, the platform is all about how do we support individuals? How do we keep them to achieve their fullest potential, right? I think
Hmm.
just started with that idea. It's a purpose of making sure every human being can get their full potential, which currently everyone wants to. Do they get it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes things come in between, things change. But how do you keep it human? How do you keep it on a path where people feel happy at the end of the day? It's not about always growth, it's about being happy. It's about happy from inside, be it career, be it
Yeah.
personal life. So I think all those things led to sort of build what we have built today. And with the AI, that really helped. So it was not so easy a couple of years back when we were thinking, but now with the AI, you can do a lot of things which you were not able to do some time back, and they were a lot of time consuming things. So yeah, so to
Yeah.
me, in summary, it's me about how do we build something which helps people, because something that helps people leaves legacy. So for me, as a builder, as a connector, I want to build something with my team which is leaving legacy and helping human being in general.
Thanks, Parmod. You're already going very deep and very wide at the beginning. Wow, amazing. Um, this is there's so much in there already. But let's go one step back. So, you already started to talk about CareerSuite.ai. Tell us a bit more about it. So you are a founding member of CareerSuite.ai. I think we understand your rationale for going that way, but talk a bit more about CareerSuite.ai. It's a fairly new startup to address some, shortcomings that you have identified in the traditional talent practices.
Yep.
Tell us a bit more about it and tell us why is it different and why is it important?
Yep. No, first of all, Volker, thanks for giving me a opportunity to introduce CareerSuite.ai on your podcast. Is a real privilege, right? To me, again say privileged to be part of the founding team of this wonderful platform, right? CareerSuite.ai is a new kind of career development and talent platform. We are just not digitizing learning and career development. We are reimagining this with the help of technology. We are
Hmm.
building something which supports end-to-end talent management. It supports from onboarding to learning journey. It supports from going from intern to executive pathway, and it's a full end-to-end AI supported platform which is built to transform workforce, empower individual futures, and drive organizational growth. To me, it's a platform which just don't help employees, it helps organization. And once we start developing it and implementing in multiple organization, it has a potential to be an ecosystem of everybody helping each other to have a better career with the help of the technology. I think that's where we come into. Say as a tool is, we try to keep it very simple. It's like A, B, C, D, E. So I'll explain those A, B, C, D to you. Right. So A is all about how do we accelerate upskilling and drive career and organizational growth, all very much rooted into use of technology by removing the mundane task and having a high adoption rate. I was just doing a market research read where it's not always about whether we have the best platform. It is about, do we have the right
Yeah.
adoption? So
Yes.
that's what we want to drive, right? Say adoption, accelerate upskilling, and drive growth for individual and the organization. B is all about employee engagement. Any company who
Mm.
has a happy employees, they have a happy business. So how do we keep employees happy, right? And we do it via multiple ways on our platform, such as sponsorships, recognitions, digital diaries, networking, opportunities. They all drive those small things, drive the employee engagements. Third, which is C, is about cultivating leadership potential. With the age of technological advancement and change, having the right leadership succession plans, having the right mentorship structure in the organization, it's just not about a tick box in the organization. It's about how do we build a sustainable long-term organization. If you don't
Yeah.
have the right leadership, your innovation would struggle, which leads to the business challenges. But cultivating that leadership drives sustainable long-term business outcomes and happy employees again. Last but not least, in terms of D is about, once you do all those things, you build a high performance team, which means your company is self-running, going on a high speed to deliver customer outcomes, business outcomes.
Yeah.
And once you do all those four A, B, C, D, you go to fifth, which is enhance company culture, backbone of any company. Happy, connected employees delivers happy customer and business outcome. I think that's where we are. I'll
Mhm.
just go into a one example in terms of how platform really works with on those five key points, right? Say A to D. One is, let's take an example. John. John has spent a couple of years in an organization, and we deployed that tool in that organization. So when we deploy the tool can integrate with existing HR platforms such as Workday, SuccessFactors, or others, right? And we pull all the employee profile, their current role, skill set data from there. So it's a
Mhm.
very easy integration with the platforms. Once you
Yeah.
pull the data, John can just go and look at, oh, m- I want to build my career, go from a project manager to a program director. What are the
Mhm.
skills required? Some of the skills
Mhm.
may be same, but their maturity is different, such as stakeholder management, such as planning. So our tool will help build a learning journey for John, saying that John, in the next 6 months, you should do XYZ courses, you should connect with so and so mentor. Once you do all
Mhm.
those things, you should do this kind of say, assignment. So that way,
Mhm.
you have a clear learning pathway to build skills, go from a beginner or intermediate skill to a really expert skill, such as stakeholder management, communication,
Yeah.
executive reporting.
Yeah.
So tool
Yeah.
helps you do that. Tool just doesn't tell you, oh, do a course on LinkedIn or do a course on Udemy. Tool will go and book
Yeah.
it for you in your calendar based on your preferred
Yeah.
time. Tool will then help you. Hey, John, you missed your course yesterday. Do you want to do it tomorrow? Do you want to reschedule? So,
And this Parmod is where we are going into, I think, the differentiators, right?
yes.
Because until now, it's basically more or less the description of what a workday, a success factors can give you.
Yep.
But now we are getting into the more of the differentiation and the new idea that you are coming with.
Yep. And you are spot on, Volker. We are not building anything new. We are building things differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mentoring, career development, they are not you. They have been with like for ages, these platforms have been there, right? What we are doing is we are doing it differently. We are bringing all different siloed, fragmented things in markets, such as an organization may have a one CHR platform such as Workday or SuccessFactor. They may have a learning platform to track separately. They may have a mentoring
Yeah.
platform. They may have a performance management platform, multiple platforms.
Yeah.
What we are
Yeah.
doing is we are bringing all them together so that employees, first of all, they don't need to spend time going multiple side. Second, once they come to platform, they build the journey, and tool helps them on their journey every day. It's not
Yeah. Yeah.
about telling what you do, right? But yeah, coming back to John, right? John can build his career pathway. John can upskill, and then John can mentor with right leaders like yourself, right, or others in the
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah.
And once they do, AI will help them at each point, Volker. And what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
AI help,
Mm-hmm.
I just give you a couple of points there, right? When I have a mentor meeting, sometimes I'm thinking, okay, what I'm gonna talk about? It's gonna be a meet or greet, or it's gonna be how's
Mm-hmm.
the weather, the down under, which is Melbourne. You can see all four seasons in one day, right? But it's not about that. It's about based on my profile, based on my mentor's profile,
Yeah.
tool will recommend what are the right questions to ask, how to get best
Yeah.
use of my mentor's time, right?
Yeah.
And those subtle differences makes the long-term impact because then I'm going
Mm.
and having a more meaningful conversation with the mentor. I'm trying to build connection beyond meet and greet to more deep connection about learn from their experiences, learn from their sort of a wisdom. And once you reach that
Mm-hmm.
point,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just about mentor and mentee. It becomes they become your advocate, they become your sponsor, they become part of your journey. So I think platform is one part, is how we bring people together to be supporter of each other, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's there. Then tool also has quite few other features such as job recommendations within the organization, career mobility. I can apply and do a small project as a John because I have just learned stakeholder management. I can build a stakeholder
Mm-hmm.
management plan. All that gets recorded in my digital diary or digital passport. So that when future when there's a new role, hiring manager just don't get my CV. I can choose to send my digital passport summary to the hiring manager. They can look at how John has learned things over the last 6 to 12 months, how John has interacted with different
Mm-hmm.
mentors, what have been their feedback. So CVs are to me all dated. It's about
Yeah.
who is John, how John is looking at new role, how passionate is John, right? So that goes to hiring manager where they can talk about John's attitude, his behaviors, his passion for a role, right? So all that comes
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
that digital platform, that digital diary. So I think that is where we are different, right? And these differences to me are not about just small things. At CareerSuite.ai, we are accelerating ambition by taking meaningful actions for individuals and organization, right? And what I mean by organization, the second example, Volker, is all about somebody who is a HR leader or a team leader. Our platform gives them a complete view of that team,
Mhm.
what career plan they are building. If they are not building career plan, say as a lead, I can go and nudge them. Hey, what's happening? You told me that you want to build a career in so and so role, but you haven't even started. So
Mhm.
the conversation goes, what is my manager doing about my career, to what are individual doing about their career. They have the control.
Mm.
They become the CEO of their
Yeah.
own career. I think we are
And they need
shifting the
to, right? They
narrative.
need to own it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the tool shift that narrative where one-up managers become enablers. They are there to help. They are not here to tell what to do or what not to do. That's the tool will do, and tool will help them achieve it. So manager can look at all their team, their plan, their skill uplift. Once they complete the skill, manager can review, approve those skills. They can approve their short-term assignments as well, so that they can apply skills into a hands-on programs. And
Mhm.
manager can also, based on the learning patterns, can decide, okay, who is going to be my delegate or a successor for that role.
Mhm.
So, as an CHR, if all people leaders do that, as a HR, I know what is my succession pipeline, and then
Mhm.
how are my successors doing about their career and their learning. That kind of data is so powerful for the HR organization to say, okay, we are just not skilling up people in certain skills or AI or whatnot.
Mhm.
We are building
Mhm.
leaders of future. We are building that
Mhm.
second, third layer of leadership, which will drive growth for the organization. I think that's the difference which tools delivers in a very simple and subtle manner.
Thanks, Parmod. How did you how did you arrive at the conclusion that there is um that there is a gap? Was there a specific moment? Is it your observation in your professional life across the last few years? How did you arrive in identifying those shortcomings that you talked about and how your platform is tackling them?
Yep. So again, good question, Volker. Right. So I think to me, I'm just reflecting on my last couple of years to answer that question. Right. So I think to me, this whole idea started during my India trip and assignment when I was building a global capabilities center in India. At that time, I came across a really thriving startup ecosystem, worked with
Yeah.
a lot of passionate leaders, startup founders, and others, right? So that sort of gave me a personal passion to do something.
Hmm.
But then there was COVID, then I came from India to Australia, transitioning career, and I was feeling, okay, there's a lot of change in terms of my own personal journey, right?
Okay.
People who used to be with me in my career, they have moved on because of the
Yeah.
different role, different locations, right?
Yeah.
So I started discussing this with a couple of friends. Hey guys, how are they feeling about their career? What challenges do they face, right?
Yeah.
Or is it to
Yeah.
get the mentors, and how is it to build the learning? So it started
Yeah.
as a open and honest conversation, and they said, "Yeah, we are feeling this. Yes, I'm not happy." So when you start having those candid conversation, people start opening up, right? So I'm saying, okay,
Hmm.
if we have this kind of feedback, I'm sure a lot of individuals will have similar experiences and feedback. What do you do about it? Because most of my friends circle, they work in big organization. I'm saying
Hmm.
it's not that we are working in a startup. It's not that we are working in a small scale company. All the tools are there, right? But it's not
Hmm.
about tools. It's about how those tools help you build the journey and support you on your journey, right?
Build your career. Yeah.
Yep, right. So I think, see, our idea started just with those conversation, like as always, few friend over beer, talking about things, and you have a oh, aha moment. We say, okay, let's do something about it. Let's not just keep talking about problems and challenges, right?
Yeah.
So our first idea was about building a marketplace for talent and career development. Just a
Yeah.
marketplace, simple, keep it
Yeah.
simple. People can talk to each other, share their knowledge, this, that. We had then,
So the marketplace is truly about connecting people, right?
yes,
It's not a marketplace to find opportunities. It's a marketplace to connect to people, to talk, to get advice, to share advice.
yep, so it was pure like just marketplace, as you said, right? But then we said, okay, but how is going to help people again? People can talk to each other on multiple social media platforms,
Yeah.
industry forums. It's not
What's
going
the
to,
differentiator?
there's no
Yeah.
differentiator, right? We had a good conversation with HR leaders, right? The other different stages of career, right? From first 5 years, then second five, then senior leads, and with HR execs. Guys, what challenges do you face? So I think where
Hmm.
we are today is purely around listening to that feedback.
Hmm.
It's not about platforms, it's about how we bring in features together in a simpler manner where we increase the adoption of platform and technology in
Hmm.
a way where it meets user needs. It
Hmm.
motivates them to do something about their career, right? It's
Yeah.
not always about saying, okay, I want to do something. No, I will do something about it because I can see there's a potential. So I think it's taking the user to the next point.
And I think you have two very important points here, Parmod, that I often see not recognized and taken care of sufficiently. Number one is you're building it for the employees and you're listening to the employees to make it easily available, applicable, and pointed towards them.
Yep.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
But also number two, it is about this, hey, dear employee, it is your career, it is your accountability, not some uh, company's
Yep.
accountability. It's not HR's accountability to build your career. It's not your manager. It is in your hands. Do something about it, right? These are two very strong differentiators that I see there.
Yep. No, you are spot on. I think manager, company, platform, they are all there to help, say, enable. If the
Mhm.
individual need to take
Mhm.
control and actions about their career, they struggle, and that's where our tool brings a differentiator where we use technology to help them overcome those challenges, those
Yeah,
struggles. Right?
yeah.
Yep.
Pamot, if you would try to bring it down to the elevator speech,
Yep.
what is the elevator pitch for CareerSuite.ai?
Yep. So I think to me, CareerSuite.ai is an simple and intelligent talent operating system that helps companies unlock full workforce potential through
Mhm.
personalized development, building mentoring ecosystem,
Mhm.
and deliver predictive career mobility through seamless integration. All this
Mhm.
is packaged by ethical AI,
Mhm.
right? We are just not managing talent, we are activating and accelerating talent development. We are
Yeah.
the Uber of talent development and new age social media of mentorship.
Yeah. We go there in a second, Pamot, because this is one of the cool features absolutely that you have there. Why I'm so excited to have you on today. But before going there, when you think about an HR leader and a finance leader in a company, how should they think about the value, the benefit, the business case of implementing CareerSuite.ai?
Yep. No, I think to me, very valid question because most of the companies they have some photo tools, and with the current
Yeah.
market, they have to prove the ROI and why should we try something new, right? So to me, there are multiple things, right? So first of all, we are not here to replace any platform. We are here to replace the shortcomings in those platforms,
Yeah.
right? And those shortcomings just doesn't cost the subscription or the license fee for the existing things. They bring in extra overhead to make those platform work, make say adoption work, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if they don't deliver the outcomes, that's where they have to keep implementing what we call as a technical and human debt keeps piling up,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So where we are doing differently is with our platform, organizations and HR leaders can reduce siloed and fragmented platforms into one. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a less total cost of ownership from a technology, from a technical debt point of view. Second, once they do it, we help build what we call as an impact on talent building in the organization, which drives
Mm-hmm.
high talent retention, high talent for future with the skills
Mm-hmm.
which are required by the organization, which means you are not paying extra money going out to market for majority of roles. You're paying for some which you'll do, but you are bringing your employees on that journey with you. You have a
Yeah.
loyal employee base who is part of your journey. Third, we optimize cost for the learning platform because our platform can then tell, hey, you are utilizing only 20-30% of the courses from a particular learning platform, right?
Yeah.
How can you optimize your value there? Looking at those. Then, but much more than that is about your attrition goes down, leadership
Mm-hmm.
potential goes up, and employee productivity, which I have seen in one of the market report, sometimes it can go up to 200% per employee. So I don't
Wow.
think
Yeah.
we are there at the top, but once we start implementing that, per employee ROI drives the
Yeah.
company growth, which a lot of companies struggle in today's world. I think
Yeah.
these are the key differentiator
Absolutely.
where executive are not investing in a platform, they are investing in their own employees and people, which will drive the growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Parmod, let's go back now. You already alluded to this. Let's come to my favorite feature. You have one really interesting feature that I really loved from the get go, and I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Can you share more about this to
Yep.
the audience?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Worker. And it is one of my favorite as well. And it is becoming our hero feature based on the demo feedback which we are getting from the market listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is our AI mentor, Avatar, and digital twin marketplace within the organization. To me, this feature is on multiple layers. I'll break it down. One, our technology platform of this AI mentor avatar would help any individual to be mentor. It will help them how to be good mentor. Number of times we are
Hmm.
good leaders, but not necessarily good mentors. We know how to do things, we know how to get things done. But
Yeah.
sharing that knowledge, that wisdom in a structured manner sometimes become difficult. So tool will help them. So it will, from both sides, from both mentor and mentee perspective, it will remove that human fear, judgment factor out of the window. It's only technology talking to each other. So I don't need
Hmm.
to worry, oh, I'm talking to Volker. I know Volker is nice, but if I talk to Siavka,
Nice but useless.
yeah, yeah, not useless, but really wisdom, right? But yeah, the meta platform where anyone can go and upload the text they like about career or a particular topic. They can share
Yeah.
URLs, videos, PDF document, which makes them share with their mentee or their say employees. And with all
Yeah.
those, they can start answering some basic questions about mentoring and coaching to their employees. Which means I can build my own say avatar the way I want to respond to my team members or to others.
Yeah. Yeah.
And based on the AI, it will keep learning based on my interactions. So what happens
Hmm.
over the period of time? You start with the basic say information, but then the avatar will get trained about like video meetings like this, your emails, how do you train say others, and it
Hmm.
becomes your digital twin to help others. And that feature is really going to make personalized learning and guidance really, really say important there. Like to me,
And this is so powerful, right? Because in the end, as you said, not everyone is a good mentor, and people need some support in becoming good mentors, but also good mentors are often rare to find and over asked for, right? So with this ability, you now not only support individual mentors, but you are basically scaling almost infinitely the ability of one mentor taking on as many mentees as, I don't know, right? It's almost infinitely scalable, right?
Yeah,
And and available 24/7.
yeah. To me, this thing, right? I'm really, really passionate. To me, this feature is about building legacy. Just
Yeah,
take an just imagine, right? If today somebody at say Apple is building a feature or a product, and they can chat with Steve Jobs, yeah, after
yes, yes, yes,
how he
yes,
would
yes, yes.
respond, how would he give
Yes, yes,
feedback?
yes,
To
yes,
me,
yes,
there
yes,
is
yes, yes.
no sort of a second guess that that kind of interaction would be invaluable for that person who is building that feature.
Yeah, yeah,
Such as somebody who is doing a community work, right? Just
yeah,
imagine if they can talk to Nelson Mandela's AI after how to build community, how to make the difference, right? And the knowledge, the wisdom which you get from those. To me, this feature is all about democratizing mentorship,
yeah,
making people say available anytime, anywhere within the organization. And with
yeah,
those, even the most introvert people who don't know how to ask questions and do work, they can interact because there's no judgment. You are not
yeah.
interacting with human. I can go
It's no
and ask
barrier.
question,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
you start just not getting the people who are extrovert and talk to others, but everybody starts getting their career guidance and personal development. It's not
yeah,
based on people say availability. It's based on what is available in the platform.
yeah,
I think to me this feature is very powerful. It is about
yeah,
building platform to transfer human knowledge and wisdom to other humans with the use of technology,
yeah,
right? So that's where the
yeah,
empathy comes into picture, right?
yeah,
I was reading a quote somewhere which said, where the most number of ideas and knowledge resides is in graveyard. A lot of people go to graveyard full of knowledge, full of wisdom, but they don't know how to share it with the others. To me,
and they take it with them.
yeah, they
Yeah.
take it because they don't know. Like even they want to
Mm,
share, not everyone is say about to make their blogs, videos, all those things,
hmm
right?
hmm.
So they keep it to them. But with this kind of feature, people can build their legacy beyond their
Yeah,
life. So to me,
yeah.
this is just
Very
a feature
powerful,
about
Parmod. Yeah,
mentorship. To me, it's about how we build future of human knowledge sharing and wisdom. The fear
yeah,
of AI, which we keep talking about, how will AI make people not so smart? I'm saying this kind of use cases will keep us on that path where we will be sane and knowledgeable.
yeah. It's this very powerful, Parmod. But let's also be clear, right? You're not saying you will replace humans by digital mentors or coaches. This is this is an augmentation, enhancement, and additional powerful value that you can get out of
It's
it,
like,
right?
and the mentor will have the full control
Yeah,
what their avatar will say, how it will say,
yeah.
and at any point they feel no, I don't like how this is working. They can deactivate with a single click of mouse.
Click. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So we are giving full
Amazing.
control to the mentor in terms of
Mm,
what they want to share, how they want to share, right? And we have built those things within the digital twin, where
yeah,
we can talk about, so guys, is your avatar, and sometimes avatar may not know say everything, so I don't know a
yeah.
lot of things. So the avatar will say thanks, but this question is say out of my current
Yeah,
knowledge
I
base.
I don't
Okay.
have sufficient information to help
Yeah,
you with
so
this to answer this. Yeah.
right, so
Mm,
that way we are not just answering for the sake of answering. We are answering where we can, and the mentor chooses
yeah.
where they want to answer, how they want to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah,
Pamat, let's pivot a bit to the technology behind. You already said it's of course heavily AI driven.
yeah.
Um, AI in talent development is something that is currently on the rise. It's not significantly there. I think a lot of companies are piloting things, are approving things, but it still needs to find its real position in that space. Although I'm pretty sure it does have a lot of absolute value there. But also, it could be a tricky thing, right? Because AI does have its flaws still and does
Yeah.
have its negative sides. How do you see this particularly in that talent space?
Yep. No, I think you are spot on. I think to me, the the advancements we have seen in AI in last just 12 months is phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
But still there are pockets, and if we don't implement AI right, it can
Mm.
have an impact. So
Yeah.
what we are ensuring is, first of all, what are the right use cases for AI? It's not for everything. Where we are using
Hmm.
AI,
Hmm.
Volker, is about how do we complement human potential, remove mundane tasks which takes a lot of
Hmm.
time but don't add so much value, right? So we are trying to use AI use cases which are very specific to have a right impact on that career journey and supporting humans, right? See examples
Yeah.
I'll give. We are doing skill gap analysis, which can be done to a high quality and high, say, efficiency.
Yeah.
We're talking about mentor recommendation, which is again a recommendation engine, good proven use cases in that technology area, right? We're talking about
Yeah.
chatbot, which is again quite well structured,
Yeah.
and with the use of what we call RAG, human in the loop, and those different frameworks which we have implemented, we ensure chatbots are meaningful. They are not just saying
Hmm.
anything. They are not giving wrong responses. They are personalizing the requirement. They are responding to the needs within the guardrail. And
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know, you don't know. Just be honest. That's fine,
Yeah.
right? Then we are looking at when we have the meetings between mentor and mentee, what questions to ask, just framing the question, just giving the guidance. So again, it is up to
Yeah.
the mentor and mentee that they want to ask or not. So we are not replacing, we are augmenting and complementing the human factor, how to get the best value from the interaction time which we get from the
Yeah.
mentorship there, right? Then it's
Yeah.
all about talent mobility. It's about how do we match your skill progression with the right roles within the organization. And when you start putting all these small, small use cases together, that is what start. Oh, I used to spend a lot of time finding my mentor's availability during calendar. No,
Yeah.
the AI can do it. I used to think a lot of time in my brain, okay, what person would I ask? But
Hmm.
now, based on the context of mentor skill, their experience, and my ambition, I'm getting very
Your
structured.
exactly your career ambition. Hmm.
Yes, so I'm getting a very structured question. I don't need to ask, okay, how to learn Python, because I'm looking at data scientist. I can ask how to use Python for a specific framework to go to a library. So my mentor can say, okay, you can use this, you can read this, you can try building something like this with help. So the meaning, the conversation is much rich compared
Hmm.
to just a very high level, which takes a couple of meetings to go to the endpoint. So I think
Yeah.
those are the
Yeah.
differences which we are making, but is the right use of the technology with the right guardrails, right? And that's
And
it.
Parmod, talking about guardrails,
Yep.
there are two things that I think particularly in this mentor digital twin connection could pose a a barrier or difficulty. Number one is of course the hallucination, right? How do you ensure that the digital twin truly stops answering when it doesn't have the material to answer the question? Number two is the confirmation bias, right? We run into the difficulties that particularly chatbots are trained in a way that they're basically trying to please the one asking a question. How do you make sure that this is not happening, but truly a a mentoring answer is happening that could also, basically mean and be something that you as the mentee did not want to hear, right? Because that's also what mentoring is about. You need to hear the truth and the advice and not just confirm what you anyway are thinking.
Yep, nothing. Those are really valid and pertinent questions, Walker, because if we don't get that right, then no matter what tool, what technology we use, right, it has to
Yeah,
benefit the user in the right way, right?
yeah.
And the initial phase is critical for the adoption. So I think the way we are addressing a couple of those challenges, what we call as
Mm-hmm.
a retrieval augmentation generation, which means
Mm-hmm.
that sort of a architecture on top of your LLM, right? Make sure that all the responses are verified,
Mm-hmm.
they have linked to an authorized source,
Mm-hmm.
be it a learning subscription where we go to say, once we integrate, it can go to LinkedIn Learning or wherever. We are pulling that information which is verified and validated for that organization, right?
Yeah.
We are pulling the data which is only in the knowledge database for that mentor,
Mm-hmm.
right? So those are the couple of checks which we are doing. And when the tool cannot find it in the knowledge database, in the learning platform, which are already verified and validated, or we don't have a, say, authority to go and look at some blogs or videos, tool will just come back, thanks, but I can't find the right response for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's of one check. Second check we are doing is, see, even with that kind of thing, sometimes the response is not meaningful. We
Mm-hmm.
are giving the response which is within the boundaries, but it's not meaningful. So
Yeah, yeah.
with every chat, we just have a thumbs up or down, right?
Mm.
So the user can say, and I didn't find this response good, right?
Many words, but no help.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you.
Oh, what we are
Yeah,
doing is we are putting human in the loop framework, where
yeah,
somebody in the backend will keep monitoring how many thumbs up I get via my chatbot in general, how many thumbs down I get it, right? And user can also, like a mentor can also say, oh, my chatbot is not getting thumbs up, it's getting down. Something is not right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they have the control to deactivate, first of all, so that we don't have more thumbs down. Second is they
yeah.
have control to look at where responses are not meaningful. So that way they
Mm-hmm.
can enrich their knowledge database, they can put more
Mm-hmm.
things, or they can say, guys, no, I don't really know these things. So next time don't answer this. Just say I don't know. So that
Mm.
human in the loop is critical factor.
Yeah,
Then the next part is about when we respond, how do you explain the response? Which goes back to the
yeah,
RAG and those things, right? So
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
explainability and observability of your platform and things becomes important, right?
yeah,
Last is all about different organizations have a different AI guardrails which they are building
yeah,
and implement.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
we work with the organization when we implement the tool to look at what are your guardrails, what are your sort of a
requirements.
diversity,
Mm.
your risk, your ethical AI, data protection. What are those guardrails? So that way, we
Mm.
implement all those guardrails if they are not there, which are mostly there, but we
Mm.
enhance our platform to meet organization requirements and compliance needs.
Yeah,
So with all these, shall not say everything will be perfect, but they will be meaningful and they will be in a way where the user can understand. I understand things are not working, but I know why and we know
yeah,
how to fix it.
and exactly, and can fix it. Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
Pamod, believe it or not, time is running,
Oh,
and I have to be respectful of your time. We're already talking for quite some time, so let me let me take a bit more time from you if you don't mind. And I have two more questions I would like to discuss with you. One is when we think about CareerSuite.ai today. We've talked about where it is. We've talked about what it can do. We talked about how it will empower employees to take charge of their own careers and make their careers successful with a higher likelihood than the existing platforms. Where do you see CareerSuite.ai in 3 years from now?
3 years. That's a, and I think today what I will say, that's a long time, Volker, with the technology, with all the AI, quantum computing and whatnot. I don't know what
It
will happen in three
is. It
years.
is.
But let me try. Let me try. To me,
Yeah.
I think where I see this platform potential in probably 3 year is to be a leading career development and talent ecosystem platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I have used word ecosystem quite a few times in your podcast, right? So to me, ecosystem is sometimes CHR teams at different organizations, they can decide to build that mentoring and learning ecosystem with their partners,
Mm-hmm.
right? Their clients, their customers.
Mm,
So that way,
mm,
the mentors are not restricted within their own organization. So to me,
Yeah.
platform has a capability where it can have the right data and security protocols, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time build ecosystem where
Yeah.
people can share their knowledge beyond their organization boundaries. They can build
Yeah.
meaningful connections beyond their organization boundaries. To me,
Yeah.
that is something very powerful, but it goes to each organization and their willingness to do that. That's one part,
To open up and share. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's one. But where I see is with the technologies advancement, the challenges which we were talking say earlier, to me, in 3 years, I think we should overcome most of those challenges, which means
Mm.
the AI, say avatar or digital twin, which we were talking earlier, they really get matured in a way where we get people to build their legacy, right?
Yeah.
And to be at that time, we will be ready to go more B2C. We can go as a public marketplace just for that future,
Mm.
where we have mentor avatar people full control and anybody can come and say interact with them. So we were
Mm.
till now we were talking about only B2B platform being only for small to
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
enterprise. Now my vision is we can go more public marketplace so that there's no
Yeah.
boundaries about
Interesting.
knowledge and
Yeah.
agents
Yeah.
sharing, right? By doing that, I think to
Interesting.
me, we will build a community of leaders who are
Mm.
working with AI and future technologies to build a meaningful future for next generations. So to me, I keep going between
Powerful.
platform and more my purpose and vision. So platform is just a means to the purpose, right? To me,
Yeah.
my vision is to build that ecosystem and community where we build future leaders and thriving future for organizations and individuals.
Brilliant, Pamela. That's very powerful. I hope we'll get there in 3 years, and then you have to
Yep.
promise me to come back to the podcast.
We hope and we drive it hard as much as we can.
One final question, Pamod. Let's come back to today. When you think about, and related or unrelated to CareerSuite.ai, when you think about talent development today, where do you see the biggest challenges,
Yep.
and how would you approach them?
Yep. So I think to me, currently I see mainly around IT market or big companies, there's a lot of fear about job loss.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it's coming purely because of multiple factors where AI is doing some repetitive work. Is
Hmm.
there's a cost pressure on companies. They are looking at different ways to optimize their cost. The time to learn new skill is reduced because technology is going at so pace. It's hard to keep up with the new things, right?
Yeah.
So to me, at very high level, I think there are three things which will have a potential challenges and struggles with the platform, like any career platform, such as
Hmm.
fear of AI.
Mm.
And fear of AI is all about will AI take my job to
Yeah.
how do I
Yeah.
work with AI? We need
Yeah.
to live with AI. AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. The sooner we
Yeah.
learn how to use AI for our own benefit, how to
Yeah.
build say AI skills for building our career, the better it is. Learning and
Yeah.
making AI friend is the way to go. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Second is speed to build new skills rather than being scared of that thing. Start small. That's where our
Yeah.
platform will help, right? It's about taking small steps. It's always about keeping that awareness of what's happening. So the
Mhm.
speed of new skill learning is high, and some organizations are struggling to even scale up their whole company into particular way. And they're looking,
with you,
okay,
with you.
I can't scale them, I will replace them. to me,
Mhm, mhm.
it may work in short term, but not long term. Is how do we skill organizational workforce into new areas, new things. So speed of skilling is very important.
Yeah.
Third part is about career development perception. Who owns my career? Is it me? Is it my manager? Is it my company? I think we have to overcome all those things to look at, is my career, my control, I need to drive. So I think each
Yeah. Yeah.
individuals, when they start looking at from their own perspective, rather than thinking somebody will come and help them in their career, things will change. So those are the struggles, those are the challenges. AI, speed, and perception of career development. I think those three, once we overcome, say my view, anybody can build a thriving career. It's not necessarily where you are today, it's where you could be in future. So I think that's the thing.
Fantastic. Thank you, Parmod, for sharing this, and thank you again for being my guest today. It was a really great, insightful conversation. I'm so happy that I was able to show to the audience CareerSuite.ai and particularly your mentoring digital twin approach that I really think is groundbreaking here. So thanks so much,
Oh,
Parmod,
thanks,
and
Volker. And to me,
have a wonderful
I
day.
yep, no, thanks, Volker. And from your platform, I would say, so if anyone is say, interested, please reach out, right? Go to our website,
Definitely.
book
We'll make
demo,
the I'll put the link into the show notes and everyone can connect.
connect, right? So they can connect, they can reach out. My team will be more than happy to show the demo and work with you how to achieve that full potential of your workforce. So, Volker,
Brilliant.
thanks again. Thanks for sharing your morning with me and for the podcast. Really appreciate the opportunity. So, thank you.
Thank you, Pamod. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye, Volker. See ya.